Hey, I'm Eric Gonzalez.
And I'm Kyla Moore.
And welcome to the Blue and Silver Breakdown. All right, Kyla, what was our game of the week this week?
Our game of the week was boys volleyball.
Awesome. Against who?
Nikwa.
And how would it go?
We did end up losing. Unfortunately, both JV and varsity did lose, but we did put up a good fight.
Understood. So it says here, obviously, the first set we lost 25-20, and the second one was 25-22.
Yes.
Like competitive scores, close scores, and for the first game of the season, not awful. So again, Nikwa has a solid program usually. It's one of those things, right, where you start the season, you just want to get to start feeling out the team, you know?
Yeah. I would say that this team has a lot of potential. You could see it on the court and how they played, how close they are. They are a very talkative team. Like, they communicated very well. You could hear from up in the stands, and I was at like the top of the stands, and you can hear them communicate and call the ball from up there. And I think that that's definitely something that is needed for a game like volleyball.
Yeah, and volleyball is such an entertaining sport to watch. I know, I used to go to a few games. I had some family who played and all that fun stuff. Like, volleyball is such an interesting sport because it's so fast paced. But I don't know, you think of like team sports, you think like soccer is slow and methodical. Football is like a march, right? But there's not very many like team sports that are as fast as volleyball. I mean, I guess you can say hockey, but like
Basketball.
That's true. Those fast ones though, those are fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams, both Nico and us, were very strong teams, and you can tell it from just when they served. The balls going over, some were a little overly served where they would go out of bounds, but you could tell that just by seeing that how strong each player is.
And on that note, speaking of strong serves, Nathan Thatch, you had him as our overall top player of the game.
I did. His serves were incredible, along with his blocks. They were the way that he played the game. You can tell that he really understands and knows how to play this game, and has been playing it for a little bit.
Lives and breathes the sport.
Yeah.
In general, the tournament this weekend at Juliet West. They're back in regular schedule next week. Actually, put an asterisk in that. Do they play over spring break?
I don't know.
Can we fact check that? Do they play over spring break? So, again, they have the tournament this weekend. They have a couple of games throughout spring break.
Yes. And then they're back on the 9th against Manuka here.
Duly noted. That'll be a fun one.
I think that will, too.
I feel like volleyball is one of those sports that always should have been more popular in the U.S. I feel like it's such an interesting sport to watch. It's fast-paced, high-scoring, definitive end. I feel like it's one of those sports. I feel like that. Because this is sort of a side tangent. But I started watching these two different professional women's volleyball leagues in the U.S., and they've been really fun to watch. I remember the University of Nebraska set a women's sport attendance record. I think they packed over 100,000 people in to watch a Nebraska women's volleyball game.
Wow.
And they won. This was 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Maybe it was 90,000. It was one of the two. Obviously, remarkable achievement nonetheless. But it's one of those sports, right? It's super impressive when you watch it in person.
Yeah, definitely. I had fun watching it. It was really fun watching it. I think the most fun thing watching is the communication. Again, going back to communication. That was really fun to watch. It was really fun to see them talk to each other and know what the person was going to do, or it was fun to also see them spike the ball. That was really interesting.
One of my favorite things to do when I am watching volleyball, right, is watching the defending team. When the ball is on the other side of the court, and just seeing the way that they maintain their shape or how they change it based on where the ball's on the other side. It's like watching a mini war. You're trying to strategize in general, just how to best cover and how to best go from that. But yeah, overall,
pretty cool, pretty good game. I think that they have more potential. I think we'll see along their season.
Absolutely.
Moving on to other news, we had some other great things from our other team. Softball, they won their doubleheader this past weekend with scores from their first game was a 9-5, and then their second game was 9-3, both against Downers Grove North.
That's very solid. Oswego East usually has a pretty solid softball team. Yeah. I know they're going to look to reply strong this year after Oswego High School won state last year. So obviously keep an eye out for Crosstown.
I think they started this season off really well, so I'm excited to see how the rest of their season goes.
And there's some strong players on this team.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how they go down the line.
Yeah.
So, a lot of sports are starting up recently, obviously.
Yes.
So we had girls soccer who had their first game canceled because of the snow. Disgusting. But I know they've played since. We've got baseball, softball, lacrosse has started. I've seen people in the halls with lacrosse sticks now. You've got, I know you have outdoor track and field that is starting up soon.
I think that's it.
The weather's getting warmer. It's time for outdoor sports. Isn't there a tennis season during the spring?
Oh, boys tennis.
Boys tennis.
How did I forget about that? Oh, and badminton.
And yeah.
Girls badminton. I forgot about that too. Wow.
So we have a whole lot of sports coming
Yeah.
up. Make sure you're staying tuned to the Blue and Silver Breakdown. We're going to have it all here. Right. So I was lucky enough to get an interview with a member of the men's volleyball team. All right. Who am I here with?
I'm Sam Herman.
What grade are you?
I'm a junior.
Nice. Now you're in your third year here at Oswego East, second on varsity, I believe. That's correct.
Yes.
You're starting this season. One game in, obviously, a pretty competitive loss to Neuqua Valley. How are you sort of feeling after that one?
I feel like we still definitely have things to learn as a team. It was obviously our first time playing together. But I do feel like we definitely have something that we can put together. We definitely have some potential to have a pretty good season.
Absolutely. And that was something we were sort of talking about during this episode was just the potential that this team had. Just watching you guys play, it was obviously a very competitive game. Didn't lose by more than 5 points. I think it was 20-25 in that first set.
Yep, 20-25, and then
22,
22-25, yes.
Yeah. So again, high scoring, competitive. What do you think are the biggest things you and the boys want to improve on for this coming few games?
Well, I feel like we're pretty scrappy on defense. I feel like we just got to find our consistency, find what works for us, find a little bit more outs in certain rotations. I feel like it's more of just a team thing rather than a mechanics thing. So I feel like we just got to go together closer as a team, find what works for us, and I feel like that's more of what we have to do.
Absolutely. So, other sports have their sort of like out of school get-togethers, those kind of things. You guys got anything like that going on for you guys?
Yeah, we have morning practices obviously on Saturdays. We like to go do something after normally. We went to IHOP a couple times, so that's something to look forward to every Saturday.
Absolutely. So, sort of how would you describe the atmosphere on the team and just, in your practices, games, how does the group look together?
I feel like we're starting to get pretty close together. I feel like everybody's trying to help each other out. We obviously have some younger guys on the team this year, and I feel like we're just trying to build that good atmosphere with each other, trying to show each other that making mistakes is okay. We're here for each other. We're here to help each other.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's one of the biggest things.
So I'm assuming there was a high turnover of seniors last year then?
There was a high turnover of seniors.
Okay, cool.
Year.
But that also obviously gives the opportunity for newer, younger players to
Yeah.
sort of make their way into the starting lineup and
course.
build something that way. So, got any important dates coming up here in terms of games?
We do. We have a tournament this Friday, Saturday over at Joliet West. We believe we have a couple games next week too coming up. So we do have a pretty busy, full schedule.
Absolutely. Right, Sam, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We're looking
you.
forward to seeing you guys throughout the season.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this week's Blue and Silver Breakdown. I'm Eric Gonzalez,
And I'm Kyla Moore.
and we'll see you next week.